So Gil's passing guard, he's going to control my head, right? I'm looking to escape the hips. My first attack is gonna be just like bridging the hips, okay? Making him think that maybe there's an armbar here, okay? And understand this, if the armbar's there, great, go after that armbar. But don't like go all out for that armbar and then leave yourself vulnerable to the guard pass, okay? Because that's what happens a lot of times. People pull the arm out and then they pass the leg and pass your guard, right? The first step to that, guys, is notice how my hook is here. So when I'm going here and I'm going for this armbar, see how my foot is hooked in? Now when I lift my hips up, I have the ability to shrink back, put my knee in, turn back, or I have the ability to keep escaping my hips, be heavy on his head, gather his arm up, and start pummeling my leg through, okay? See how my foot hooks on the far hip there, guys? So I go from here, pulling this arm tight. Notice how I'm kind of like straight arm barring him, but more importantly, I'm keeping his posture down, right? If I'm just like pulling down on the arm here and I'm only pulling on the head, like I might be able to keep his head down, but he might be able to pull his head out as well. But when I here and I start turning that shoulder and I escape my hips, now I have to start pummeling my leg through, hooking his hip here. And then for this first armbar attack, guys, notice where his pinky is. We always say thumbs up, right? Thumbs up for your arm bars. But sometimes if you just pull thumbs up, you might not get it. What I need to do is I need to direct this over the strongest point of my body, which is gonna be my hip right here, okay? So I'm gonna start trying to turn his arm this way. I extend my leg, okay? So I keep my fulcrum nice and tight. And now I start taking it to the breaking point of his arm, which is gonna be with the pinky, right? So I wanna get it over the hip. It's still thumbs up, but you know, how do you explain thumbs up when it's pointed at the ground, right? So take it towards the pinky, right? I start looking for my arm lock here. If he rolls, I'm gonna allow it. I just stay tight so I keep my knees pinched. I can turn to face his legs, hook his head. Even if he comes up, I bring my leg over the top, and this is a really tight, very strong armbar finish. Okay, so what if? What if? Everybody likes to ask what if, right? So I'm gonna hip escape. I go for the arm bar. Look at how I'll start pulling on that arm, breaking his posture, foot comes through. What if he grabs his thigh, he hides his hand, starts stepping over, and I'm unable to pull that arm straight. One, keep hooked. Two, I almost thought about switching my grip and breaking the grip here, but the best option, guys, is gonna be hooking at your hip with the arm that's through. This hand is gonna come up to the leg, and now I go belly down, true belly down, okay? Look at my feet, guys. My feet are pulled up, jiu-jitsu feet. I have a strong curl right here, like a back heel, right? Pulling towards my hamstring. If I just leave my legs lazy right here, he's gonna get out. Okay, so I keep my legs nice and tight, and now from here, guys, I've generated enough space behind me that I can start slowly pulling. Look at how my toes have to come in that. But I start slowly pulling on this leg, and I allow him to roll. Stay tight with your knees. Look how I turn, adjust. I hook that foot over the neck, just like I did before. This foot comes over here, and now my arm slides down to the wrist. Break the grip, and again, I start taking it towards the pinky and unlock it. Okay. One more time.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gil's passing the guard. Do not allow him to just get, and Gil's being nice. Don't just allow him to get right here though. Right? If you get there, you're late. I mean, you can build your way out of there, but it's gonna be hard. Start getting your hips back. Oh. Go for this arm bar. He takes the arm out, and I stay nice and tight. Straight back. Now I start pummeling my foot through. Hook that hip. Look. I'll just finish right here. He hides the arm. Hand goes to the thigh. Pull. So come on up here. Right? So hook this when he starts trying to come up. Right? Now my leg can come over. Look how my arm naturally slides down to the wrist, and I can break that grip. If the guy just falls right here and doesn't try to come up, I'm probably not even gonna take my foot over the top. I'm probably just gonna sit up to break that grip and finish. Okay? Especially if you have your foot underneath the armpit. If you're here and he rolls and then he switches and grabs his own wrist, right? Something like this happens, I'm gonna switch because one, my foot was over the shoulder and not underneath his arm. So I switch here, just come down, and I break that grip. If the feet But like this, come up in that traditional like arm lock position, you're not going to be strong enough to break that grip. So follow up to the top, gather up that arm. Now I got the wrist. That's how we finish our arm locks, guys. We'll see. Yeah. We'll go this direction. All right. So here, I look for my arm lock. He's gonna pull that arm out. Remember, to recover the guard, I need to like work this way, right? Hands on the biceps, start recovering the guard. To go for the arm lock, I'm gonna keep the knee on this side. Feet are gonna stay engaged. I need to start switching my focus to his arm and stripping my hips back. So I get his head down. Now I can pummel my foot through. Try to get it all the way to that far hip, guys. Don't settle for this, it's not enough. Get it all the way to that far hip. The arm is already out. So I can start stretching. If he hides it, keep the bottom arm inside. Grab your thigh. Come on up. Back heel. Pull this knee. So I need to have the stretch from the knee, guys. They gotta roll. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt their knee. Whereas if I try to pull like this, birds are strong right there. I can't do it. I have to pull it this way, right? This forces him to tuck his shoulder, right? And now I can force him to roll. I can switch my feet over. Start looking for my arm lock, okay? Let's talk about this. Remember he grabs his arm, right? I sit up, I gather. No, I can grab that wrist. I basically just expose that wrist. Cool, guys? Try the arm bar. 1, 2, 1, 2.